Hanscom is limping off to the sideline. That is a huge loss for Philadelphia. Nikola Vucevic has checked in, the former Chicago Bull. There's a long step and a foul. Jaylen Brown getting to the rim. Hanscom's going to the locker room. So watch where it happened on this rebounding action earlier.
Oh, man. Hard fall there.
As we see that, it's 2 on Oubre. So Philadelphia, which is not an extraordinarily deep team in the first place, with Joel Embiid out for the time being, just starting his strength and conditioning program, they're going to have to go deep into the bench today. Justin Edwards, who gives him 15 minutes per game, the second-year man out of Kentucky, will check in for Oubre.
Well, he does bring shooting. You know, Oubre's been struggling with the jump shot, but Justin Edwards is 6 of his last 11 over the last 2 games. So that does give some floor balance there in terms of spreading the court. But they're going to need their bench in a big way. They already needed more from Quentin Grimes. We'll see if he can give it to him. And now Justin Edwards, some big minutes here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Grimes pops out to get it. Nick Nurse told us they're going to give him the ball early when he's in the game. See if he can attack, and he ends up in the trees there. Peyton Pritchard off the bench, start and stop for Brown. Right down the lane, bowling ball for Boston.
He is so strong and so under control. And I love the way Boston, even though they're 30th in pace, that they will be opportunistic. Jaylen Brown especially looking for his transition baskets.
Maxey, no. 13-0 run for the Celtics. 8 in a row missed for the Sixers. Pritchard, catch and shoot, step back. And the rebound for Grimes. Grimes taking the advice to heart, trying to size up his shot.
Message received.
Yeah,
here.
Right. Maxey with Pritchard. Step back. No. You'll take that shot.
He has to be aggressive, but Maxey has struggled himself from the three-point line. It's been everybody for Philadelphia.
Nice recovery by Philly there. Brown back to the goal. Spin it out. Vucevic. Little foot fake.
Oh, what a pass, though, from Jaylen Brown to get that thing out. Double team coming over, and that's where Nikola Vucevic, he brings a different dynamic. A shooting big right there. His numbers have been a little bit down. Certainly the injury impacted him. But this Boston offense, they have weapons everywhere. 26 points with 3:15 left to play. It's Jaylen Brown getting downhill, getting to the rim. Then he's drawing a crowd. Vooch is cashing this thing out from 3. And the Boston Celtics offense just keeps rolling on.
Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 25 points plus, 19 times both of them in a playoff game. And historically, that's more than any other pair in Celtics history. Finally, the Sixers get their first 3. It's Maxey.
Well, with Boston playing that deep drop, it's on the guy guarding the ball. It's who's defending Tyrese Maxey straight up. You've got to get over that thing, and you've got to get a contest from the backside, which honestly Boston's as good at as any team in the NBA.
Hang on, there's a 2-car pileup I have to narrate. It's Paul George getting knocked over. Back to the Maxey 3 of the drop coverage.
Yeah, good screen there by Andre Drummond. Jaylen Brown trying to run out there. You've got Vooch back there in the drop. And this is the pileup you were talking about, the takedown by Paul George.
But that's money where your mouth is, right? Like, be better on drives, off the ball, on the ball.
Well, and Jaylen Brown, he's dishing out so much punishment with his physicality. Paul George going to try to match that here tonight without overdoing it.
White, too strong. Tip by Vucevic. Richard thought about it and missed it. Great box out for Maxey in Philadelphia. On the drive, no good off the window, and the tip is down for Andre Drummond.
Well, Andre Drummond, 3rd in the NBA in offensive rebound percentage, just getting to the rim there. You got the shot blockers coming over. Drummond certainly a factor with those tip backs and offensive rebounds. That is the first Philadelphia offensive rebound of the game.
When you think about Andre Drummond, 17 career playoff games before this year. Year number 14 in his career. He's only won 2 playoff games all time, trying to will this team back as Jordan has more.
Drummond and talking with him today, he simply said there's some guys with playoff experience on our roster, there's some without it. I'm one with a ton of it, so guys need to be able to count on me. When my number's called, my mentality is tonight is the same as any other night for me. I am focused, I am ready, I will go out there and be a professional. Quick start for the big fella.
Very quick start, and they need him on a day like today, certainly. Free throw for Brown, rolls out. 80% free throw shooter and an empty set for Boston as we whittle down to 2 minutes in the first. That's huge for Grimes and the Sixers.
Well, it's just as simple with that nail help as just coming off the ball screen, kicking it ahead. And that's exactly what Quentin Grimes needs to be, aggressive and looking for his shot, especially from the three-point line.
It's an 8-0 run for the Sixers. Pritchard out of the double. Pounded by Grimes. Maxey is free for the slam. It's a 10-0 run.
Boy, he read that perfectly. 2 on the ball. Maxey is shooting through there like a defensive back.
Brown feeling his way into Barlow. Trying to drive. Double comes from Maxey. Pritchard picked up his dribble and floats it up. No rim. It's out of bounds or a shot clock violation. It's both. And the 76ers will take over.
Back-to-back solid defensive possessions. Their rotations on both of those plays on point. And that's the type of effort that Philly's going to need.
Jaden McDaniels would love the defense.
he was big on the Denver defense last night, wasn't he?
I think they're going to get a foul against Drummond here. They're going to wave it off. Drummond is clapping at Derek White. Andre Drummond is like, nice job selling it on the illegal screen, the foul against Drummond.
I don't know why he's saying that. His legs are outside of his shoulders. He's sliding. He's moving. Like he's got 3 different ways he could get called for a moving screen there.
That is the first Philadelphia turnover of the game, which has helped
much
them
improved. Yes.
Vucevic.
He gives Boston a very different dynamic at the 5, and his numbers are not going to be what they were in Chicago. The volume's not there, but he can be a major factor on offense for this team.
Grimes a misread, or Barlow did. Here's Vooch.
A little ball fake, put it on the floor, and showing the touch. He can score it with his back to the basket as well. A really skilled player.
Came over in early February, broke that ring finger, but now back in the rotation. Brown really tough.
Good defense by Dominic Barlow there, but you got to close out the possessions. That's easier said than done for Philly.
White the miss. They dodged one that time. The Sixers did. Shot clock is off. This could be, at closest, a 2-point game at the end of the first. Boston went on a 16-0 run to lead by 13. Screen from Barlow. And we're going to foul before the shot.
The foul is on number 27, Jordan
It's on the staunch defender, Jordan Walsh.
2 minutes.
Philly is going to sub here quickly. Paul George back in with his 2 fouls. Edgecombe's going to come in as well. Well, Nick Nurse has a moment, so they're going to set up for this offensive possession. What do you like here?
I think you have to think with Maxey being the inbounder, probably Paul George. And certainly could be Edgecombe.
Well, now Baylor Shiner is going to come in. He's a flexible defender. This is very close range chess.
Yeah, but this could also be the hit and the handoff for Maxey here.
Grimes turns on Pritchard, getting the shoulder, and can't score. The tip won't fall. The third try goes down. Paul George got a hand on it.
Wow.
That's batted into nowhere and nearly turned into a shot.
How about the